Welcome back to the MenSpace Podcast, guys. You don't know, it's your host, Chris, and
Java, you know what I mean? We're there.
yeah, man, we're there. And so, I was to say episode 2, episode few, one up for that one, episode few.
Man, come in there. It's too early, you know what, man? It's too early, bro.
Episode few, I get into it, you know what I mean? So, that one year, we are talking about a very hot topic. Money and the constant, the common misconceptions around men and money in the Jamaican society. You know, I mean, the common provider type role, you understand? And as, what am I again? The artist, the man. Anyway, him say, remember me video up when you see you did a broke down. I know you hype through your walk with a little brother uptown. Yeah man. Mm-hmm. What a Chinese genre, man.
Forget him name bad man.
Dexter Daps.
Dexter Daps in on
yeah man, Dexter Daps, Chinese genre. You matter about Mama styling for my brother you know what I mean? And, yeah man. So we are talking about money and the common misconceptions surrounding that, especially when it comes down to males, really, in the Jamaican society. So, I'm gonna make my co-host start.
Alright, so basically, in this type of society we live in, it's clear that a man is measured by how much money he makes, right?
True.
And even when I talk about songs, a good rapper of mine, Common, over in the US, he made one song from an album back in the day. I think it was 2008 or so. When I'm song, man say, where a man is determined by how much a man makes.
Yeah. That's true.
Right. The man's is that line there. Come on, if you watch this, I know you probably forget that song there, but don't worry. I remember that song. And I really thought because no matter whether it's in the male world or in the female world, a man is really determined by how much he makes. So if the more money a man makes, the more talk he have in the society.
True.
Right? Mm-hmm. And this is not to say women can't make their own money as well, but it's just the bottom line that...
Why?
Burn up. It's just the... It's just the critical point. It's why we have a vocabulary.
You know what I mean?
You go to school.
Education and them things. Education and them things for the youths. You understand? We are advocate for knowledge and education. Yeah.
School and learn. Right. So the critical point in where we are talking about is if you don't have no money, you're not talking to the society. Right? And it goes beyond just where a woman thing go, you know what I mean? Because even if you, I think if you don't have the amount of money that you want, at the very least you should have the ambition to get a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
Because again, you need money to survive. We're not going around that.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not going around that.
Yeah, the Bible says, funnily, the Bible said the love of money is the root of all evil, but also, so nothing is wrong with money because it says money answereth all things.
Right.
You understand? But the love of it is when corrupt.
Yeah, it's when you love it too much now, that's when you start get corrupt, because you start doing anything for it.
Right.
That's the
start some type of things. You know?
Yeah, some things.
You don't want to be a diddler. You understand? You don't want to get diddled. Allegedly.
No, we
can't do the lawsuit. We're just a starter. You know what I mean? We need the money.
we need
the money. Yeah.
But there is society views a man in a greater light by how much he makes. No, I not say I just money alone society view a man by. But for the purpose of this topic, one of the main drivers. So for the purpose of this topic, we're just focused on money, right? How much is too much? How should we as men, value money? How much we should invest in ourselves, because you can't just get money for squander the thing, you know what I mean?
I mean, that's about, bro.
No. The bees are bad.
Buy 2 big dirty bees. Yo, house can't skate on the tour.
Hold on. Education youth.
House can't skate on the tour.
Hold on.
No, we have to have bees on the tour. You know what I mean?
But hear me out.
Anyway, foolishness may talk, and the right thing. You understand? This is just for comedy. I understand?
But what may I say?
Bees and youth.
Bees for buying. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying no to that, but you have to get certain things first, and then you drop the geese around, isn't it? Because far too much, even in the sun, as them say, bees have to drop a ground. When you look on the yard, there's a bulldoze where all it, you don't even have to take a hurricane, you just need to take a decent thunderstorm.
Yeah.
And then homeless.
True.
Right? So, what may I say is, we're going to start from the basics. What is money?
Why, we really get granular when it comes down to that. You can actually look up research into that and what money really is, because a lot of people think like fiat currency and money, but not really money. That traditionally, historically, money has always been gold.
True.
Gold has always been what money is. Dollar paper come out as a placeholder, big gold. So you used to give like a promissory note to say, this is how much gold I have in my account, and if at any point in time you need to retrieve the gold, you have this promissory note to give to the banker so you can get the gold on. You know what I mean? If we're like 3 gold bar, you know what I mean, you have a promissory note, $3 promissory note to collect the gold. Right. So that's traditionally what it was, and then a lot of things happened, especially after World War II, and the US. That's how the US rose today. Disclaimer: I love geopolitics, so I love history, so I do a lot of research. But yeah, the US became superpower after World War II because they basically end World War II, and so as a result, because they had the power and majority of the money at the time, because everybody that deplete their finances to fight World War II before the US come in, because they go through their own economic crisis, but they build up back and they get stronger as an economic power. They funded the money because they had the money, and the money made them able to build up their military complex to a point where they were the strongest in the world at the time. You understand? So they had a lot of talk, a lot of influence, a lot of power behind it because of the money. And then they became the world's reserved currency as a result because they had majority of the world's gold. You know what I mean? After a time, countries started to request that gold. And Nixon was the president at the time. He took the dollar off of the gold standard and stopped convert dollars into gold. Right? So now we just have floating fiat currencies, which is why the value of the dollar keeps sliding, because it used to be pegged to gold, and based off of that, the dollar wouldn't really move because it was based on how much amount of gold they have. You know what I mean? But because them disconnected from it, they can always print as many dollars as they need, right? And it inflate the currency, and that's why we're in the dilemma we're in now. You understand? Because most countries pin them dollar to the US dollar. So if the US currency collapse, a lot of economies feel it. The US realized that, which is how they made a strategic partnership with Saudi Arabia, who everybody do commerce with because they need them oil. Because oil fund, oil are the powerhouse behind electricity, behind gas, all of that stuff that we need on a daily basis, right? So they make a strategic partnership with Saudi Arabia, and that's how we got the petrodollar.
So
that made them maintain, right. So they call oil liquid gold, right? So that made them maintain. Sorry about that. That made them maintain their stance as the superpower and the world's reserve currency, which is why they're able to make threats like maybe increase tariff, right? Or make sanctions against like China or Russia if they're not play according to what the US dictate, or the US and Europe, but most of the US dictate as what should be standard. You know what I mean? Which is why the whole thing going on in Venezuela. Another story, because they were circumventing those US sanctions because most of them business them have to do in a US dollar. Right? Like because of the reserve currency, so most banks do their transactions in USD. Right? So to circumvent all of them sanctions that they get by the US, Them used to go to Venezuela to get them oil, to bypass the side, which is why the US targeted Venezuela. So it really is about their oil, but it's also maintaining that power, that power dynamic. And there's more to it because there's always, when it comes on to the US, and we just call them like the big three, the US, China, Russia. They're the big three, right? Russia and China close. The US tries to maintain close ties with people who have the same belief system in a sense as them. For example, it's always capitalism / democracy versus communism / socialism, because that's really what it is, right? So when you look on North Korea, Cuba, Venezuela, China, Russia, all of them communism / socialism. Right? Most of them is a one-party system. The people have the option for voting nobody, right? And that one-party system tends to maintain power, right? Versus the U.S., Jamaica, Israel, all of the other majority of the countries, they have a capitalist society versus, and also a democracy where they can vote in the leadership. Right, so they might try their best to maintain that status quo. So most times you see like wars are going on, especially in like Europe or the Middle East, it really is about maintaining that status quo for the US and Russia trying to combat it, because always Russia support dictatorships like in Syria, Afghanistan and them stuff to maintain that power, because that's an ally for them, and the US always sends weapons or money to support the rebels, the people who we are fight against the government itself, because they want a democracy where they can vote in the leader where they want, right?
Okay.
So yeah, so as I said, like geopolitics and like for the history. So that's a little tidbit story, you know what I mean, for the people. But we are go back now because we kind of straight a little bit to money conversation, you know what I mean. And for me, I'm not a little devil's advocate, because in our society specifically now, like in our time now, a man's worth is mainly based on how much you make, right? Because you hear the woman them talk about if you carry them out, if you buy them here, pay them rent, buy car for them, all them stuff. What they can get financially from the guy, as opposed to just a relationship, you know what I mean, where it's equal. Equally mutually beneficial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember having a discussion with Tishian. I remember having this discussion with her. Because the common concept, although I don't agree with it, is that the man must pay for the front. You know what I mean? Right? Any relationship, whether you buy it, as in actually buy from a prostitute, or you have a relationship, a meaningful relationship, yeah, by front at the end of the day. I don't agree with that, because that's not what it is. I don't like the fact that we are just diminishing worthwhile relationships, genuine connections and relationships, to something as
I'll say
insulting as transactional.
Yeah, I'll say this. It's very easy to say genuine relationships as transactional, because I mean, we are as man know, it's an unwritten rule say if you want woman, you have to spend a lot of money.
Yeah,
but
true.
What may I say is there's a difference in spending money for the sake of getting front, versus getting to know the person, being with the person, you love the person and thing, and then here and there go on dates, you're more compelled to spend the money.
Right.
Because it's a different ballgame.
Yeah, it's a completely different thing.
So you can't say you're buying front if you're in a relationship. I don't agree with that either. If me just got round back road or Ripon road at night time, just so a chica, me not have a clue, but I don't know about her, nothing at all, I don't care for no about her. We just say, oh, baby, come like this now. And she just come in, because she know say,
she at work.
So she do her work.
Guys, work. We're not legitimize the prostitution.
She at work. So she's doing her job. So me just expect one thing, she just expect one thing. Do a thing.
Transaction.
Right. So she get her expectation from me get my expectation from her. We drop her out, we'll part ways. And I hate that.
And I think it's disgusting are disrespectful, are both really. So, disclaimer. This is just for podcast education purposes. All right. Yeah, and I think it's disgusting and disrespectful really to equate the two as the same thing. You get what I'm saying?
Two different words.
And when we are really think about it, because, all right, how me and my wife, how she became like my partner, you know what I mean, is not to compare the two, but just the night and day differences between a woman that genuinely cares about you, it's not transactional, versus one that just is. You get what I'm saying? Same Chica I'm going to tell you about last podcast. Like we would have go out and everything there, we'd appear, sometimes she would appear. You know what I mean? But then like she bring up the fact say, mind you, we didn't work at the same place all the time. You don't know which part we did work. Like,
True.
I'm just there as a trying youth. You understand?
Trying youth, bro.
You understand? But me and Mums, we did a go out and thing every now and then. She would appear, sometimes we would appear. And I think she bring up one time back in the day, like years back, bro. You know, like when we were teenager, I leave. Well, not really teen. 19, I go to 20. So adolescent type of thing. She mentioned, say, she remember when Kalem she live in Mobi. She mentioned when she used to live in Mobi and when she used to go up on the hip strip, guys used to just pay, she never did that for buy nothing, them used to buy the girls them drinks, and the guy them used to just cover the cost and all them stuff there. And like, if I was a darker man, you know what I mean? But hear what she was saying, although I knew what she was saying without saying it, like she had tried to say, oh, me now make a certain amount of money, so every now and then when me and her go, sometimes he pay, sometimes she pay. You know what I mean? Which I don't think is really an issue. You know what I mean? But I guess she had tried without saying I'm some need to get money up. You know what I mean? Which so I never tried to do that. At the same time, we just never did other place there. You know what I mean?
I hold that thought there, I make it finish, come out so for point out.
Right. And I asked her, right, I mentioned that she did their movie and this was some years back. But at this time, she never explained none of that, right? So context matters. So she said all of that time, I say, I don't really make it like that. Like, you know, may I be honest, I say, I don't really make it like that. You know, so I like all the time when we go come here, pay rent, and we have this, and we have all of that, we have gas for the car and maintenance. You know, I say, all of them things. Now, I'm the type of money, but you understand me? It's a trying youth, you understand? I don't say that to her, but you know, try to get the message across.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't really have it like that. Now, so it's a trying. Because, you know, woman don't want to feel it. It's a trying. But they don't want to feel it. You either make it or you don't make it. That's all in business.
Black and white.
Not all women, but most. But I said most. So, I asked her, like, when was this? You understand? She gave me more context. So I say, I did the movie and she said, yeah. And I say, okay, but this are all time now. These are times more expensive now. Back then, maybe they were able to do it. Maybe it was easier for them to afford it. You know what I mean? But times harder now. You know what I mean? I say things much more expensive now. You understand? And if so, as Mr. Minar really make the money like that. You get what I say? And then I say, I can guarantee you, because Mobi is like the second city in Jamaica. So I can guarantee you, if it's expensive in Kingston, I'm sure it's expensive in Mobi. I'm sure those men back then probably are probably not able to maintain. You know what I mean? Unless they might make a certain amount of money. She's a lady who I don't know how to say it. I don't want to make she sound awful. Like you will come with logical rebuttals, and because she don't like it, she gets mean. You get what I'm saying? Or she will dismiss it. So I say, all right, she's a girl where sometimes you have to shut her up with proof, right? So she not, well, at least for me, I don't know if I can't talk for like previous relationship. I've never really in one relationship, but previous situationships or relationships where she did, you know. But we can speak for me, right? Based on my experience with her, I have shut her up with proof. So I said, alright, we could put it to the test. Call your friend from them time there and ask her. She stood up on the dating scene, you want to go on. And she called her, the two of which she asked the girl the question. And she said, if you remember when this and that. And she said, yeah man, I'm trying to be nice and thing. And she said, is that your experience now? And she said, no, the man never really have it like that now. It's expensive now, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to, when the girl I say it to them, I look on her, I say, no, you know, you understand? But sometimes you have to make them hear it for themselves or see it for themselves, right? Anyway, fast forward now, the youth that go through some financial struggle, you understand? Whenever, as we said, I wasn't confident or comfortable with being vulnerable with her and telling her that. And she's also said statements like she wouldn't help one man or buy things for me.
But then of course you know.
Right, which is why, you understand? Okay, so, but she could tell, like she intuitively now she could tell. So but we never say it to her, you know what I mean? Come here and say, oh, I really might struggle, I really want to burn you when you're in a relationship. I say, even though you say that you don't expect at least if you don't say I go through something that try to help her, they're not helping her when they can, you understand? You know, so to her, she don't half and on, you know what I mean? We eventually fizzle out, the friendship eventually fizzle out and thing. Them time me and wifey start. And we get to know each other and everything. And in the short space of time, me and wifey start to get to know each other. She could have seen on her face, so I go through something perplex. You know what I mean? When it comes down to money. I never say nothing to her, same thing as well. I never say nothing because I never want her to. Well, first of all, I tell her I never want a relationship in the first place. Similar to moms, we tell us we never want a relationship. You understand? But moms never want to listen. I'm glad, so she never listened. Maybe that time, so she didn't listen. Because she's a blessing. Although she bad me up. Oh, shit, another story.
We can't get my bad.
Another story. You understand? But my mindset, because my confidence in a sense, based on like the experience we have with moms, my confidence is kind of down here. So because I feel like she never say it, she never come in my face and say, yo, right, yo, you want bomb, you need to make money, go up, you're workless man. She never said that, you get me? But like bits and pieces are things that she can piece it together. Right, we should basically have something to reach that, you understand? So my confidence as a man, they tied into the money we make, right? My worth, my value as a man, they tied into that because of a previous relationship. And in my mind, we say we need to get my money up basically, probably focus on getting like a home, and then after that, I would be worthy enough, in a sense, to date somebody that we can actually take care and start a family with, you know what I mean? Right? And we don't say, we shouldn't look at it that way, but at the time we didn't have one space, you understand? And we know enough how to go through that, you understand? We just want to know, say, good women out there, just like my wife, where she will see you go through things and she will help you, you understand? Without you even have to ask. So, as Mr. Wife didn't see, we go through the stuff for me. She never shared with her. She asked me, tell her something I want to burden her with my problems. You know, that's the go-to for enough man. Why moms don't want to stress out to do that.
Yeah.
Even though it's good for offload sometimes, but you need to know the type of woman she be. You understand? We never test her or nothing. We just say, this is my something of figure it out on my own, right? Sorry. She eventually come to me, I mean, in our soft tone, and she talked to me, and I tell her, I said, boy, this really happened. And she said, oh, alright, so why you never tell me? So she said, me have like some money in my US account, we can just convert it to Jamaican, and we can give it to you, and then when you have it back, you can pay me back. You know what I mean? I say, at this time, we don't know moms for 6 months. See? Let me be honest. I knew her, because we used to work at the same place, so we didn't know her, but we never knew her in our way.
Get it?
No,
Get
not
it.
that. Next podcast. We never that close with her yet. You know what I mean? And this is a short span of 6 months. For context, months, me and her back and forth for like 3 years. See? Never yet asked her for help and she never really offer. You know what I say? What I say in a short space of time, mom said, I go through something. She never ever hesitate. You know what I mean? She just, alright, this is how I go through, go and help you. And she offer for help me. She give me the money. When it start with me, if it start out, I know we're married. You understand? So,
but did you pay her back though? That's all the crowd asks.
She get paid back. She get paid back all the time. You know what I mean? She live good life, you know. You know what I mean? But my point is,
that means she never get it back in the people.
She get it back. She get it back. You know what I mean? Hey, shut up.
Me and this suggest
You're advocate for the people.
Yeah, because everybody can ask the question, did you pay her back?
She get it back.
Alright.
She get it back.
How are you saying it, bro?
You know what I mean? Yeah, but my point is the night and day difference between the two. You get what I say? So good women out there, you know, guys. You know what I mean? Where them don't look on what the amount of money you make as your worth. Them just look on you as a human being. And once they really care about you, or rock with you, they really care about you.
So I'm gonna go back to a point where you stated that, you know, Chica back then said, boy, basically you have to get your money up at certain
Basically, yeah.
No, I'm gonna peg it to time, I peg money to time. In this case.
Money is to pay to time.
Time is money, that's how we do all our business, man.
No, because we always, I mean, a 9 to 5, we always trade the time for money.
Exactly.
It's paid to time.
No, we agree that time in the world of business and currency equates to money. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
No, we should say implicitly, is that she say, yo, if you get your money up, or get your money up within a certain amount of time. If it is that she's willing to work with you. Because some women will tell you, say, you need to have me work with you, but after so and so time, I'm gonna see nothing, I'm gone. Right? Or some women they won't say it, but you feel the pressure.
Yeah. So dear marriage, you need to know the type of woman we are talking about. Because you have some women who will go through the struggle with you.
Yes.
Right? And you have some women when them just no fussy, bro. Like if you want a farmer, you have no farmer, have wife.
Farmer rich, bro.
Yeah, and every farmer rich. And every farmer. But yeah, may I say, but and enough women who want to have a farmer man, that's my point.
Well, true.
You know what I say?
No, my thing is, I'm not disagreeing with how women are thinking with that.
True.
Because at the end of the day, you have to deal with a man with ambition.
So it is important to me.
Yeah, man, money important.
Don't make it the end all be all.
Right.
Don't make it the entire worth.
Right. No, separate and apart from, you know, who is willing to go through it with you, but you know, say, as a man, if you find a woman who say, boy, should tough it out with me, you should at least say to yourself, say, John, I really need to make something.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll put that aside. Now I focus on the chicas and are the people who say, yo, me meet you, you meet me barely know you for about 2 months. But I want to money.
As we say, bro, transactional. Yo.
What? How much money do you have? Going back to Common when him sing that song in 2008, you know? Where man is determined by how much a man makes.
Yeah.
No. I've been approached a lot back in the day to say, oh, yeah, you're nice and all, how much money you have? Or the usual question is, you can't help me pay a bill or your rent.
Yeah, funnily, I've never met a woman that has that. If they've done it, it fly over my head because I never noticed.
Oh yeah, live life, bro.
That's done that. Yeah,
live life, bro. No, my thing is this. You have a lot of folks who, and I think this is why men kind of do it back now. You have a lot of chicas out there where you just meet them for like a month or two, and then start asking. You start have the money talk.
Yep.
And let's say you're not at a place. He's a trying youth.
Yeah.
He's a trying youth. It's not like you lack ambition. Look, that's a different thing.
Different thing, that's
a different thing.
You have to go to work.
Yeah, man, you have to
work.
The man them have to work, right? But what I say, he's a trying youth. Like the girl and you try a thing, you try your budget tight, but you make it tighter now because
you try
to please her too. And then she realized boy, the type of life what she want, she not get it right away. Now the question, now we're going back to time and money. How long is she willing to wait until she get that life versus is it that she's just gonna leave? Right? And ladies have the power to pick, choose, and refuse in the grand scheme of things. So she can deal with me who have it. So she get instant gratification right then and then because she don't have money for her about it. She don't know how I make the money, nor does she care.
Most of them they don't really care.
Right?
Yeah,
she don't business, she just knows say our Dubai ticket book every 2 months. Right?
Flights,
versus a brother now where genuinely love her, but is a trying youth. I must say, boy, I can take you up on a KFC, but just know say I might out again for another 2 months because you're tight. That's not to say he wants to stay there so. So it becomes very pressuring because the knocking the start say, make the money go for you work here, look at next job. Something for make you feel pressured into saying, boy, me need to get my money up. Now some people need that type of harsh motivation, tough love. But at the same time, the job market rough out there. So you can't really just change job like that.
That's why Valiant said 100.
What you think of Monday, girl?
Yeah, we're not advocate for scamming.
What you think of brother doing, man?
You want them for go work, legitimate job.
But
100 million and nothing for a draw down.
Just know for draw down, draw down legitimately, legally, legitimately.
You know what I mean?
And then they can sing that, hey, when we start making and that's a go play that. Brother, I just want, you saw me make my first 100 mil, bro, and that me have bucket on my carrying that.
Me short, big
rich. Anyways, so time money equates to more financial freedom, time.
Yes.
And that is what we all want to achieve. But
I mean, we do.
But
if I'm being honest, some people just okay with the life of the money. Some people just nothing is wrong with our 9 to 5, and some people just
true.
Okay,
but I mean, what is driving us? Is it our own ambition? Is it the love of money? Because people love money all day.
We have one bridge saying just want to make a fat Kyle. We just see one random girl on the road and say, hey, what do you mean what? You want to butt sir? What do you mean one list? You want to butt sir with the Kyle? One say, yeah.
Yeah, so should I smile?
Should I smile?
No, think about it, bro.
Man, I spend it on her man just want butt sir.
No, she don't know that, bad man.
Well,
she don't know that.
I mean, yeah, I'm bridging corrupt still, but yeah, you know what I mean?
Corrupt that name still. But what drives a man to go out there and make so much money or increase in income? Because best believe no, bro, men are very simple. Drop your Benz a ground and you see how content a brother is. We're not talking about house, we're just talking about Benz.
A beast pan
Drop your piece on the ground and he's very content.
You can skate pan it too.
Right? All when maintenance come and it either hurting dog.
Yeah, man.
You find the money, maintain the car,
Gone pan it too again. Yeah, man.
Right? Dog. So we by ourselves we are low maintenance.
Yeah.
Right? True. But when we have a partner and thing now, we get very pressured. And it doesn't necessarily have to be because of the woman. It's just be like, we internalize it in ourselves. Like, boy, I have to take care of this chica. Really, she really been good to me and then things. So I can't, if I make a 150, I can't keep on and make a 150. I have to go bump it up to a 350 now. because you don't know. Shall get her hair and nails done and everything there.
Yeah.
And then also
you know what time 350 I think only for money, bro.
And I think only for money, bro. I think it was said that at minimum 400k after taxes is comfortable in this day and age. And they have
that's just 50k extra. So
that's what I'm saying.
I think
we have to bump it up to half a million.
Because middle class is really like 600k or up.
Also, for something like $1 million for income, that's it.
600k or up is middle class.
Well, the D's not by itself.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But people make talk about money and misconceptions, and we need to unlearn a couple of things. Cause we grew up, we don't really get like, we not get in this society, especially the man them, because most of them don't really have like fathers, which is bad. That's a social issue we need to fix. But we don't really grow up with like fathers, because usually the father would make the money and have an inheritance and put it down for his son. And during the time of growing up, the father would teach us fiscal responsibility. You understand? We don't really get that growing up. You understand? So we don't really understand how to invest. We don't understand how to save. Although saving don't really make sense, because of inflation, your dollar just lose value over time. So it's better to invest. But we don't get taught about investments, savings. You know what I mean? How to be more responsible when it comes down to money. As soon as we get paid, one that KFC and buy up things and all that
fiscal.
Yeah, we need to unlearn a lot of them things. We need to be a bit better when it comes down to finances. Like personal for me, the area I have a focus mostly on buying US stocks and some Jamaican stocks. I mean, right. So
that's actually something.
because for that weekend I did plan to divide my pay for the Jamaican stocks and the US stocks. And all of this to my brethren, shout out to Michael because I input me on game. You know what I mean? The richest man in Babylon.
Boy. Oh, okay.
No, I'm Michael Odino.
We think, Micho one day.
Why do you know?
Micho. I have some Micho bridging, man.
Yeah, but yeah, the richest man in Babylon is that I encourage every man where I try to sort out them finances and I try to increase them income. To read The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a book that is very educational when it comes on to finances. Right? The first, there's a few things that we can call out right now, but there's much more we can read. Right? So I'll call out like 3 things. The first is, oftentimes when we get paid, we don't pay ourselves. Everything else get paid, and at the end of the day, we broke. Right? But we don't pay ourselves. So the concept is that the money we will earn is ours to keep. And what we mean by that? At least set aside 10% of your income and pay yourself. Put it in a savings, invest it, do something with it. Right? Buy a camera and start a podcast. Invest in yourself. Buy a course. Invest. So a portion of your income is yours to keep. Right? At least 10, it can be more, it can be less, depending on how much you make. But at least 10% of your income is yours to keep. So before you pay your bills, before your car loan pay, before you buy food, don't go to KFC, pay yourself first. You know what I mean? Cook your KFC, yeah. Set aside some funds for yourself, right? You can put it in a savings and then eventually invest it. The second thing that I learned is, and I realized that this is true, and as me I said this, enough people have kind of get a light bulb in their head. When we didn't make, I'll tell my story. We did work at one shipping company where we did make like 30,000 a month. I was way back in 2013, 2014. So you know what I mean? So you them could have survived a little bit.
Some can do this.
But we did make like 30K a month, right? And we did survive on it, as I said. Then we eventually start work at one different place, one call center in 2017, and we did make like double that. Right? Double, you know. But what happened? My expenses increase as my income increase. Right? And now I leave the call center and I end up work somewhere else. Now I name the place. Correct. But we don't make even much more than double we don't make. You understand? But guess what? The expenses increase. as my income increase. So the second part of the richest man in Babylon is to live below your means, because no matter how much money you try to make, you will never be satisfied because your expenses will increase as your income increase. So as soon as you start to make more money, you'll say, oh, bomba. Because back in the day, we used to just go up on Google and look and go movies and try to watch them stuff. Now we have Netflix, now we have Disney Plus, right? Streaming take over here, but we still have the option to go up and go movies and save ourselves money. But you get the convenience of not having to click off all of the spam something, right? And they are now in something and if you are typing, right? You just scroll with your something.
You see what going on.
You see what going on, you click on it. You know, if you come out of the first season or first episode and then go into the second episode and I click with the spam something.
You just start.
Right? It's just convenience. So, right, I understand the need for convenience and nothing is wrong, but we need to be mindful of our expenses and our income and try our best as possible to live below our needs. Right? So that apart few. Right? The third part, which is very important, is when you save up your money, right, you need to have wise counsel for your money. Right? What do you mean by that? So it's a man will save up your money and then he will have a brethren come to him and say, yo, we're going to buy some dog, and we're going to breed the dog them and we're going to sell them. Right? And we're going to make back money from that. And you link the brother and you give him your money and then we're going to buy some mongrel dog. Right? Not pedigree and buy some mongrel dog.
So start loud.
Right. So you need wise counsel. So you have a good idea, yeah, but you don't know what you do clearly. You understand? So when you invest your money, you have to invest it with wise counsel. So you need to know people who have experience in the thing what they might do for you invest your money. Because it's hard to save the money, but it can easily be taken away by foolish counsel. Right? The richest man in Babylon is, as the name suggests, is in Babylon, so think alike you read the Bible. So which is why it's a wise counsel. So you'll have a lot of old-time language, but the concept is the same. Like times change, but the concepts, the principles are the same. They don't really change, right? So if you implement it in today's world, it will still reap benefits for you. So when you save up your money, if you go to one financial advisor, right? You make sure that a financial advisor is known, him certified, him have authority and experience in what matter about him can show evidence or results. You know what I mean? And then you can be more confident to give your money to that. As opposed to a man that say, yeah dad, you know say, maybe put some money in with that brother here and him triple it the next day. That doesn't sound safe. Before it nugget, because it said anything that sound too good to be true, always, not sometimes, not always is. Anything that sound too good to be true and it sound like the money just come quick and easy, always is a trap. So don't fall for it, right? Love your money like your child and secure it. Don't give away the money to some foolish person easily because you will lose it just as easily. See?
So we can't buy a piece of
Can't buy the piece of food. That's also another part, the richest man in Babylon that we talk about. But yeah, we encourage man them to read The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a very good book. Very good book.
And it ties in with our first podcast because really and truly it's good to surround yourself with people who know what they do, especially when it comes to money. Because for me, I have a bridge in them where know how to invest. Not experts, but what they say, makes sense, and we deliberate. We'll talk, discuss it amongst ourselves and think.
Yeah.
And I have mentors who are, one is correct still in the financial sector, and one is a retired banker. Yeah. So when it comes to money, them man they know what I'm talking about because they've been in it for decades.
Yeah.
Right? So and they ain't broke. They ain't broke. So, try and youth, are you almost there, are you make it, whichever bracket you fall in. Surround yourself with people that know what they do and make your money grow, because all the way have the same path, we all have the same end, bro.
Yeah.
Different paths, but same end.
Right.
So
True.
So it would be in your best interest to grow your money in such a way that it outgrows your expenses, so you can live a comfortable lifestyle. That doesn't mean you should just explode your expenses, because if you not manage your money right, then you're going to be broke.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I feel as if you live hand to mouth, even if you make like $4 million per month after tax. You know what I mean? If your expenses is up there, neck and neck with the income, then you not make no money. See? You not make no money. So when your expenses is down here, your money, your income, you with yourself, then you do something right.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean you should squander it. And I mean, well, this is more biblical, but giving back also helps.
True.
Because you can't just amass this wealth. A lot of millionaires do it, and there's reward in it, because you can't just amass this wealth and you not look and say, oh, I can't give back.
Help the less fortunate.
Mm-hmm. It's something that's biblical.
Yeah.
So it's these are things that we need to think about. These are things that we need to implement and become a part of us, so that when we meet a certain woman now, when some of us are in the field, go out there and date now. When certain woman and say, boy, come to me and say, yo, want a man where I can pay my hair and nails just so. We need trips to Dubai just so. You already have this mental state of mind that say, you're not for me because you just squander the money just so.
Yeah.
You're not when you reach at the stage where you can say, yo, you make this amount, alright, make sure so you know to tell yourself, I make this amount, or we can quadruple it.
Yeah. You need a resourceful woman. That's Psalms.
Yeah.
That's Psalms 31, right?
I think so.
Alright, I don't remember which one, but that's Psalms whatever chapter woman there.
You mean Proverbs?
Eh?
Proverbs?
Proverbs. Let me say Psalms.
I don't know that guy when he says Psalms
of Songs and Proverbs. Yeah. Proverbs and wisdom. Right. So the Proverbs 31 woman, you know what I mean? Where she resourceful. She don't just be there idle and waste and squander your money. She resourceful. She come up with ideas. She know how to help to build with you. But them girls say them not build with no man. Another podcast that you understand. But we are talking about the good women them out there. We value them partner, them spouse, and willing to grow with them. You understand? And be patient with them. Them one they were real. You understand? So you have anything else to say, Jay?
We'll wrap up now. So this is more for the ladies. Ladies, just because you see a man with a Beamer, or a Benz, or a Porsche, or an Audi, does not necessarily mean that you have it. I'll tell you a story. Me hear the story from my ex. So she said one day she had mind her own business, right?
Yeah.
So one brother, she saw another woman walking and thing. And this guy pulled up beside the lady, BMW. That was the latest Beamer at the time. So it was about 2016 there, about latest Beamer at the time. Cool, 5 Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Big me.
Yeah, man. So, a man pull up and be like, yo, baby. So like, can't come take a ride now. She kiki and go in there. I should go in and thing and drive her out, and he did treat her to some food and stuff. He paid for it. You know what I mean? And thing. So them they together. So she start go over and everything.
Yeah.
So as time progressed, she start notice a couple of things. You know what I mean? First of all, she noticed
washing drawers.
I had you with that too, bro. That's funny. I had you no man. But I hear nothing about that, so we can only assume say he washing clothes. Anyways,
okay.
The first thing she noticed is that every time when them drive out, the windows them always down. Right?
You can't afford the AC.
But bad man! So she's like, she noticed, and she said, well, it was summer at one point, so she
Place hot bee.
Yeah, man, she said, turn on the AC, you know. Yo, baby, can't go on the Man basically I say,
start talking on bro.
Yeah, man talk on them, and man say, well, can't really do that right now, you know. Well, why? You know, so she thinks, gas done or something, gas done. Gas in her car, but it just not work. So she figured it out, said the AC mash up, it not work, I need to replace.
Yeah.
So, you know, she said, well, why you don't fix the AC? Dog start get flustered now because too much money.
Yeah.
So man start bother up and say, oh, watch out, my car, windows down. And she burn up. Alright, cool. She burn up.
Yeah, man.
So, the next thing, and this is the critical thing though, when she realized when she started going house more often, you know, she realized when she go for something to drink or get something to eat, no food no in her fridge, bro. No food no in her fridge, bad man.
Dog, I say, man, I live.
Dog, no food. I just ice.
Man, have dirty beats
and
on the road.
pipe water.
And no food in the fridge.
Ice and pipe water, my bro.
Oh, man. Even little back of water, bro. Even little
Pipe water, my bro.
Oh, man. Man, in the trenches.
And the lady mortified, bro, cause at first when she see, she said, alright, maybe, you know, bro no get paid or whatever, so we'll leave it alone. Right? Second time she wonder, but you know, we leave it alone.
Yeah.
You see, third time now she said, no, hold on.
So how you eat, man?
The way you eat.
You understand?
I passed it in the fan. You know, so she figured it out, say, the man eat ice for bus gas, bro, and all of the money.
It's motherfucker.
Bro, like, I kid you not. It's not out. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. So, like, I kid you not, there was nothing in his house. I don't even know if I famous, but just I said, there's nothing in his house. No food, right? Just water and ice for bus gas. So guys, to say she left him, right? Because she got.
She couldn't buy my little food, eh?
Well, we don't know. I don't know. Wait, other than that, like, I think it back up. I don't know. But like good still.
You're back.
That good man. So yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, so I'm just saying this to say, and every man will drive a beast. Have it like that. So that means, man them, if you have a beast, at least make sure some food in your fridge, bro. So when you can pull up beside her and say, yo, baby, and she, you know, decide to take a ride and you take her out and whatever. When she come over here, bro, make sure when she cook the fish, she see food. We are measured by that too.
It's a beer ice
bro, ice and water in a man fridge, man. And the thing about it is
that too hot, man.
It's not even like say.
Oh God.
It's not even like say it was a one-off thing where we can just be like, yo, it's just a one-off thing.
Yeah.
It's a consistent thing, bro.
Me want to know one man secret. Why am I eat, bro?
Boy, I don't know anything about.
I'm gonna drop them and then.
We don't know, bro. But she said she never seen no food in the fridge for over and over.
I must be BMW full in belly, bro.
What am I tell you? So, story done this, so do with it what you will.
Yo, you need to link back your friend for your part 2 to that story, bro. We need to first of all, we need to know how the man that survived without food. You need to tell me, bro.
Boy, I may ask a question that laugh about it at the time.
The world may never know.
World may never know. They just laugh about it at the time. But it's very funny. But dog, pull up 9-5 series, man, and catch a girl, man, and you know, do the man and take her out, buy her some KFC at the beginning, and by the time reach midway now, in the first most 3 months of knowing her, pick up say, oh man broke that. And she left him. Yeah, granted, I agree with her. Because you not starve, me not starve with you.
No, dog. She didn't like the man with him view, so she could have just helped him.
Then if she never have nothing for her, if she never done anything, bro, you really think so she like help you? You really think so she like help you?
No, dog.
Brother,
Judge,
things that happen in this country, bro.
Anyway, the man them focus on themselves.
My
My house.
Make sure it's
Don't spend your money on them, Jaya.
and make sure food
Because
in
if
your
you have
house.
ice in your Alright, a joke still. But we want to end the podcast. We want to end the podcast on a positive note. You know what I mean? You have genuine women out there who check for you, who care about you. You understand?
For sure.
Relationships are not transactional. It's not give and take what me do for you and you do for me. You understand? You have people who genuinely have. We have people who have genuine relationships with their partners, and it is not based on what they can do for them or whatever. You know, they just love them for them.
Yeah.
Right? And that we are advocate. So don't make the what if a woman them up on the socials and say, yo, if a man not do this or if him not do that for them, it don't make sense. You know what I mean? Them don't make sense.
Or if him not
right?
a certain amount.
Right? Them don't make sense. Don't make your worth or your value as a man be determined by how much money you make. The reality is only a small portion of men will make a certain amount of money. The majority will not. That is just the truth. They will not. So you need to be honest with yourself. And if you're happy, if you have a little job where you do or you have a trade and you're passionate about it and you love it, but it doesn't make a lot of money, be honest with yourself, right? So there are women, women come in different tiers, just like how men and then economic status come in different tiers. Just make sure you look for a woman that is okay with the type of money we are making and we are do, and she will work with you. You understand? Because there are a lot of women. Matter of fact, women love tell line up. You see enough of them girls. Let me tell you something. You see enough of them girls. I'm not saying girls. Ladies, I apologize. You see, a lot of those women will come on the socials and say this and that about man. I lie them and tell them probably have one man will not buy them nothing. They even not sweet, they even not get the ice in the fridge. You understand? So enough of them just come on the socials and I tell them, be a lie, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. You understand? A lie some of them I tell. A lot of them will put up with a lot of shit from men, not good men, and then they will come on the socials or they will front in front of them friend. You understand? So don't listen to them, but I want you to know that not a lot of men will make a certain amount of money and you just need to be happy with what you have. You got thanks. Find a lady who's willing to work with you. Lock your eye when you see the big batty woman them, where you walk up and they're gonna drive in a Benz. Leave them alone. Leave them to the man them where we can afford them, because trust me, them for them most of the time for them relationship transactional. And that's not what you want. You understand? You want meaningful relationships, right? And meaningful family dynamics. You understand? Not just transactional. So basically that for the podcast, as we said, we're going to talk about money and the common misconceptions in the society when it comes on to men and providing money. Understand? Next episode we're going to talk about being a father and growing up with or without a father. And, all of the things surrounding the absentee parent, father figure mainly in the household in the Jamaican society. And that's what we need to break down. You understand? That's something that is it's a big social issue in our society, especially in the black community.
Yeah,
right? Because it's not just in Jamaica, it's in the black community in the US and so forth. Not so much Africa, them do for them thing, but a lot in the US and in Jamaica, right? But we need to unlearn a lot of the things that we learn. We need to be there as fathers with kids, as we said in the episode that. But this is the end of episode few MenSpace Podcast. This is your host, as I mentioned, Chris.
Build on yourself, man, not Java this.
You know what I mean? And subscribe again. We're there up on the socials, we're there up on TikTok, we're there up on Instagram, we're there up on the YouTube. Click the bell icon, like, subscribe, share with a friend, you understand? For the women too, you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, MenSpace.
We out. Yes.